For the 25th time, we are holding the Agricultural Policy Forum, these days in Ohrid, North Macedonia. Also in the same time as WG is celebrating 20 years of anniversary of its existence and establishment as an intergovernmental regional organization. Forum was very productive, working in 4 different groups and also on the plenary sessions. The forum accepted recommendations from the experts all around Europe and the Western Balkans. Topics such as climate change adaptation in the agriculture, future of the organic farming, then the continuation of the agricultural policy monitoring was heavily discussed, but also one of the results of the forum is again put on a stronger implementation of the Skopje Declaration adopted 2024. And of course the Berlin process, which is the highest political level where the also topic of agricultural development is being discussed. EU integration is still main political goal of the Western Balkan countries and Moldova. Therefore, we ask for a stronger support by the EU in our integration efforts, start of the negotiations for the remaining countries, those which are not negotiating, and implementation of EPART for the countries which do not have that program yet started.
First of all, I'd like to thank SWG for hosting this event, and on behalf of the Federal Republic of Germany, I'm really happy that we could use the framework of the event to present, on one hand, the outcome of our first phase of the agricultural policy dialogue between Germany and the region of the Western Balkans plus Moldova. And we learned here that we have a great success story to tell on the one hand, but also this was the perfect framework to discuss how we can continue with this work. There's a lot of challenges. I mean, climate change was the topic of this forum, which is, affecting us all, us, Germany as well, but the region especially. So we could use all the discussions here and all the fruitful inputs made by all the participants from the different countries to sort of think of all the challenges lying ahead of us and how we could feed them into the new phase of the agricultural policy dialogue. So this Congress or this forum was the perfect framework to do that.
It could be talk a lot about what should be done in regarding the EU accession process and agriculture and rural development policy. Knowledge and innovation, which is like a horizontal measure on a EU level or common agriculture policy level, but also in many of the Western Balkan countries, is very important, not only for the farmers, but also for all involved actors on the various level. And research should be done also prior introducing new policy, but also after implementing policies.
Agri-photovoltaic means we grow crops under photovoltaic modules, we protect the crops against weather events, against extremes, against drought, against hail, against frost, and we have better agricultural production. So as agriculturalist, I see it from the side of agricultural production, and we can increase yields if we have extreme weather, if we have droughts, and at the same time we can produce energy.
This year Moldova is participating to the Agricultural Policy Forum. Basically we are very active in the working group on organic agriculture. Based on the activities and all the work that have been done these days, we can draw up a few conclusions which are important for us further on. The EU regulations are on continuous improvement and amendments, so we have to keep up with the changes and with the new regulations. So our work is not finished here. And also, after the alignment process, we have to continue with the implementation, which is also a very important step for us to be done.
The essence of the short supply food chains is in the fact that they are under EU regulation. They're very simple and very flexible, which is important for Western Balkan implementation. It is ecologically friendly, it is lowering our carbon dioxide footprint, as the transportation distance, goods are delivered locally, is shorter than average, so it is another reason to think about it.
The agricultural policy dialogue is a complex project in a complex environment. It deals with questions of wine regulation, organic regulation, agricultural knowledge and innovation systems, soil issues, forestry issues, rural women and youth, agricultural policy monitoring, generally the EU enlargement process. And the Agricultural Policy Forum is really the place where it all comes together. And it has shown that we have achieved concrete results in the last years, that we have intensified the cooperation and the communication in the region and with actors in Germany, in the EU and other member states.